NCV 4444. Today will be our first general meeting. Welcome to the bridge.
Where's my kid?
Everybody's missing out on the amazing bridge that I put together.
For all the live streamers who didn't show up today, you're missing out on some good snacks because I'm not saving any of this for you guys.
And
I'm the only one that feeds you.
There you go.
Remember that.
So, since we're already 22 minutes behind, let's go ahead and jump right into the agenda. Welcome, crew, to the USS RENARD. And RENARD in the French is Fox. The idea is it's just a sneaky little ship that can do whatever it wants to do. Kind of the idea. The whole mission that we have is to preserve the past in order to create a better future. And what that means is for the ship, I'd like to see us go to museums, go on maybe hikes later on, whatever you guys want to do that kind of gets you all feeling in touch with who you are as a person, maybe connect with your ancestors, connect with history, and then be able to kind of carry that forward and pass it on. So whatever that means to you guys is what we're here to decide. That's kind of just a vague title that I want to put on it. So, cool?
Although I happen to have a very long history in military.
Oh yeah, that's why we're glad to have you aboard. Oh yeah.
His, on the other hand,
I just got my answer sheet back, so.
Mine's out there somewhere.
You gotta get him his, Jane.
Yeah, there you go. They'll get one back and I have like 13 things and it'll be like 2%. Yeah.
Our family, since we were part of the Germans that had to go to Russia, the Queen, when she married the Russian Tsar, the ones that were murdered, Nicholas and Catherine, she brought a whole town with her. And our family was part of that town. They were German in Russia, so they were hated by the Russians.
Well, there you go.
And
best friends.
They were allowed to speak German
in
the town, and nobody else would. The only men were Russian. So when once the Queen was murdered, then they went after the Germans.
Yeah.
The Germans tried. There were two massive immigrations to the United States. We were part of the second one. Our family got split in half. Half of us got to North Dakota, and the other half got sentenced to prison in Siberia.
Wow.
Well, on the other side, my grandmother and grandfather come from southern Sweden, outside Jutebro, and which is a farming community, and she was a cook.
There you go. So it runs in the family. Okay.
So and
I'm not royalty, but thank you so much.
so we know our history pretty well.
There you go. So maybe you're actually royalty, you don't know it, so she's cooking for you all the time.
Yeah.
And the next item is general goals and intentions. I know kind of my goals and intentions, but I'm kind of curious what you guys have as far as what you would like to do in the chapter.
Well, I think personally, I'd like to see if we have a small group that we have a niche in the community, and we know people in the community. If we can identify, or we do identify a need somewhere that we can somehow fill, that we would be social agents in that.
Okay.
Is there a group of elderly people that live in an assisted living and are miserable and could use some buddies once a month to take them out to lunch? Things like that, just companionship. There's people by themselves who want someone to talk to. And when you're connected with your community, you can identify those things, whereas large organizations like Meals on Wheels and others are so structured that they really can't get to what the people in their interactions can personally identify.
Okay, yeah, so I'll put that down. I'll look at some things we can try and do. David?
I don't know.
Okay, well you're technically a civilian anyway, so we're just kind of giving you input if you want. You don't have to put anything in the bowl. Raylene, on the other hand, I'd like to hear something from you.
Jane and I were talking about that the other day, as far as like, it would be kind of cool if not only we do like, say, trips to like the museums and things like that, but if maybe, I don't know, we can say like every other month or every other 2 months we pick somewhere, like she was saying, an elderly home, our soup kitchen, and just connect with the people and help. I think that'd be kind of a really cool thing to do.
Okay.
The other, in addition to that, she mentioned that there are, I ended up getting sentenced to a nursing home in assisted living when I was ill and was having to recuperate. And so I have a real sense of there are so many people there who would just be delighted if they got to know people, just talk to them. But if we're going to a museum, I'll each grab have
Yeah.
them and take them with us.
There you go,
They'd
that's
love
an
to go
idea.
too, and they can give you
Okay.
the history and the personal history and, where they were when such and such happened, but, kind of give it a robust nature beyond what a museum can do in its structure. And it doesn't, it's not, we don't focus just on elderly, but it's just because I had that experience.
Yeah.
I was just, I was running to the drugstore for them and buying them, and that's why they kicked me out, because they didn't like what I was doing. But we sued them good, and we won.
There you go. Good. That's excellent.
Yeah, class action suit. Everybody who was in that assisted living facility when I was there, during the months that I was there, got a check. Okay?
This is the one I know Jane will be excited about. Your paperwork is in there as far as the bylaws. And David, if you want to grab a copy of bylaws, you can read along with us.
I was wondering what avian health is now.
So these are written kind of as loose guidelines, not so much as enforcement points, but just like, if we have people on board who are unclear on exactly what's going on, these can help clarify what we're trying to do. And then there is a chain of command, which I know Jane has some comments and questions on. I tried to clarify that with the chain of command that I issued to the crew members, David. So you did not get one. And then it also has brief mission statements kind of attached as well. It looks like my friend double checked it, so he might have some extra stuff. So if we could just go through this point by point, I know it'll be a little tedious, but I'd like to just accomplish that if we could, so we can get it out of the way and figure out any changes that need to be made. So first, established, and again, these are not professional, so please don't judge me too harshly.
I didn't send you any nasty. I can
I'm
comment
teasing
in
you.
very general ways.
I'm just teasing you.
I know how to be kind.
So number one is established. The USS RENARD, NCV 4444, was established for duty on January 20th, 2019 by a 10 forward I put that backwards, CST Command Collective. 10 Forward is a social group, and CST Command Collective is kind of a branch off that has been around from that, but nobody's been very productive with it. So we're actually almost a flagship in the sense that we've been doing a lot more than most of the other ones. And that's not bragging. They have a lot of responsibilities, and it's just easier for me where I'm at in life to be able to carry it forward. So that's why we're here doing this and trying to be as public about it as we can and trying to encourage some of the other chapters. Number two, mission statement. Here's the part I was telling you about. Our mission is to protect the past in order to ensure a bright future. I think I put the wrong spelling on that. You can tell me, Jane. This is to be accomplished through shipwide communications, meaning all of us talking and communicating. Away missions, where we go out and do different things, whether it's helping out people or going to a museum, learning something new. And through assignments that build a perspective of humility and appreciation with all aboard. And that just means, we're not going around trying to be better than other people or doing anything, super crazy to try and impress one another. And that we're doing it with the goal of getting to know each other and becoming more of a team. Any questions?
No, I mean, mission statement should be nice and broad and vague.
Okay.
I would only add, add data component. One thing we may want to include in there is that, when you're talking about protecting the past, I'm not too sure we can protect the past. We can be aware of the past. We can make sure that the past is accurately portrayed. And
That's
like
exactly
that.
what I'm saying. Yeah.
And so protect has a different function. And to ensure a bright future, there should be something there about then in our mission or in our goals of how do we connect with the future. I mean, we are not technically the future.
Yeah.
Hunter is the future.
Yeah.
Is there a way that we can include children, education, schools, something that
Yeah.
that allows I mean, it doesn't do us any good to know the past and to foresee a future that doesn't have Donald Trump. But if we are unable to articulate that and bring it to a focus for those who are going to be adults and leading the country forward, if it's the earth or whatever, we want to make that connection. We got to have that bridge there.
Okay. Add that in
Stephen Hawkins wrote some articles right before he died that addressed some of these very issues. And I found the book on Amazon. I should order it. Because I read a couple of the articles. They're very good, and I think they might tie in with the
Is it a long book or is it a?
Well, it's a collection of essays.
Okay. Maybe that's something where we can
No
get.
book is too long.
Well,
It's reading. It's not.
I'm just thinking of, if we can get perhaps all the crew members to be able to read like an essay a month or something and be able to discuss
Yeah.
it.
Well, let me see.
Just an idea.
When I get a few dollars, I'll order a copy and go through it. Nothing else. I mean, I can pull out some of the ones that I really like. And we can make copies and let people read it that way.
All right. Cool. Number 3, motto. This was just a fun little line from the first season of Star Trek Next Generation.
Open hailing frequencies, Lieutenant Jhahn.
Frequencies open, sir.
Radu, this is Picard.
Welcome back, Captain. What have you decided?
That there is room for discussion, Radu.
We will bring you down when we're ready.
Data, find a way to defeat that shield.
That may be impossible, sir.
Things are only impossible until they're not.
Yes, sir.
I've always thought of that little line there as kind of a check for Star Trek. Like, yeah, you know what? They're early in their journey, but Picard's already established nothing's impossible unless he decided it is. So, I kind of like that idea to be applied to the ship. Just a little snap every time somebody says, well, I don't think I can, or I'm not sure I can. It's only possible. If you say it's not, things are only possible until they're not.
Or you can say what, David? Nothing is impossible.
Danger's impossible.
There you go.
David has his own statement of that.
Yeah.
I just think it's a solid, short, sweet, and pointed motto.
Yeah.
So, affiliation. Although we are established by the 10 Forward, again, CST Command Collective, we are a self-run ship, meaning we are independent and free of any specific contracted affiliations. And all that means is even though we're part of the CST, we can break apart from that at any point in time. We're not chartered by them or anything like that. Membership can be shared with multiple organizations with the understanding that rank is non-transferable and no competition is to be created between organizations that may create negative relations. And that part is a direct command from me. If you guys want to become a part of something or are already part of something, that's fine. The only thing I ask is that it not become a point of conflict. Have fun, enjoy the journey.
How would it become?
Well, there are other groups, especially in California, where there are certain toes that can be stepped on. And I've seen those toes. I have not stepped on them. But I've seen the little toes sticking out, and I'm just putting it in there because it can happen.
What is the resource that they're seeking when they have that kind of competition?
It's just a matter of
Recognition.
being part of multiple organizations, but not necessarily wanting to follow the rules of one, and trying to enforce something in the other that affects you. It's just all about overlap. And I can explain that further on later down the agenda. There's actually an item on there that brings up this point.
Okay, is this CST Command Collective? Who is that?
It's a Facebook group. That's all it is.
Ah.
It's a very small group of people who are all over the United States who just like Star Trek.
Got it.
And the CST is, that's called 10 Forward, and the CST is just the people who want to be like, I'll start a group in the area.
Okay. Are they both Trekkers and Trekkies?
Yes. To do so is to invite a general court-martial, and I take it very seriously, because I don't want to create I have friends in a few organizations. I don't want issues with my friends. So that's why I put it in there. So if I'm the captain of this ship, I want to make sure everybody gets along. Okay. And possible expulsion from the ship with removal of all assigned duties and rank. It's almost impossible for that to happen.
I consider that it comes so close after your mission statement and the motto. Those are very strong. They're very positive. You're going forward, and then you get to this affiliation and says, don't get any dogfights with your neighbors.
Yeah. We don't do dogfights.
It's kind of like, I'm not too sure I'd put it right there. Your affiliation is important. That should be a strength.
Yeah.
Right here, it looks like it's a potential conflict.
It is a potential conflict.
Yeah, but you can create the conflict by specifying it.
It's true. But
I wouldn't have you have the court martial there listed
Yeah.
before you even get down to the membership.
Yeah, my thing is I've always been upfront about how I feel about certain issues, and again, I'll explain a lot more in detail.
Give me an example of an issue that
members that are with me. So the idea is, if I go over there and create an issue and it causes the other members of this chapter to be upset, I don't think that's acceptable.
Unless the conflict is something morally right.
Yes, of course, absolutely. But if it's just something as little as pretend little rank you have, it's not really something that I see people creating issues for, so I think it's unnecessary. You know, so if people are going around creating that kind of problem, it has to be intentional. You know, and again,
I'll have to think about that for a
I'll,
while.
again, we'll come back to it later on the agenda, and I'll explain in more detail.
I know it probably seems crazy, but it's happened.
Yeah, it's a long story, but we'll get there. I
It
promise.
comes to the point where you chill out.
Yeah.
It's more appropriate.
Yeah, there are others who agree with you. So, like I said, I just like to be upfront. So now that that's all done, we can get into playtime, right? So point 5 is membership, right? So we've already established this is what we are, and this is what we don't do, right? So now we can talk about what we can do. Next item on the agenda is under operations, events, upcoming events. Now here's where we get into the question that you had. There's an organization called the International Federation of Trekkers. I would love if everyone in our group could go to that. I understand time commitments and everything else, but basically they're a much more organized and established thing than we are.
Why is it called whatever?
Well, there's a guy named Russ.
Trekkers.
Trekkers.
So they're not Trekkies, they're just trekkers?
Trekkers. Yeah.
Oh, why do they leave Trekkies out?
I have no idea.
Turkeys and trekkers.
I mean,
Well,
it's
they have been in conflict in the past, but I mean, for the most part.
I wouldn't know the difference.
With
to be
Deep
honest with
Space Nine and Voyager, and now in Enterprise, I mean, you know, the differentiation between trekkers and trekkers.
It's true. Okay, here's a question for everyone watching and for me. I don't know the difference. Is Trekker after Next Generation appreciation of all Star Trek, or what? What's the difference?
Originally, Trekkies were the Kirk in the original series. Trekkers came on board when Jhahn came over to be captain. Everyone loved Bald Men.
Okay.
Became Trekkers, and they conflicted because people would say the original series versus Next Generation. But then, as it expanded into Voyager and expanded into Deep Space Nine and the movies also, and I think probably when John Picard and Kevin Kirk actually kind of came to clash and Kirk died and moved on, some of that differentiation disappeared. But I have been around a few groups that still kind of fight it out with uniforms and everything. It's if we're committed to keeping history alive and for a better future, it seems to me that Trekkies and Trekkers and whatever comes past that should all be kind of combined to one towards the future.
I think Star Trek fans everywhere should unite.
And some of us have seen every single episode of the original Star Trek, and I met with William Shatner a couple of times, and I mean, kind of it's named with him too. I mean, that was my first introduction to Star Trek was with William Shatner. Yeah. And Leonard Nimoy. But then later on, it's things moved on, but we now have what I was hearing you say was truckers.
Trekkers, yeah. International Federation of Trekkers.
Yeah. As long as they don't bash Trekkies, that'd be fine.
Yeah, the main guy is named Russ. He lives in Ohio, Russ Haslidge, if I'm pronouncing his last name correctly, and he actually do run it. So his whole thing is he's trying to carry on directly from where Gene left off, as far as carrying in real life the idea of Star Trek, so the ideals and principles within that. So it's for all intents and purposes, it's worldwide. Chapters are everywhere. We have chapters United Kingdom and everything. And in Highland, literally 5 minutes from here, on the second Saturday of every month at 2:30, they meet at Jenny's. And that's where I started, not at Jenny's, but with that chapter. We started a few years ago, had, I will say for the sake of the live stream, conflict with one of the members. And so we transferred to another chapter. That chapter is in Lancaster.
and we couldn't always make it with their beat down little cars. So we kind of went online with them. And recently there has been a change of command, which has allowed us to come back. So we're back in full swing. I love the people there. I love the group there. There was just that one person that I wasn't crazy about. But I'm loyal to that group above anything else. And I like the people and I like the system.
So the group allows one person to create enough conflict to make you.
No, because this person was relieved of duty. So it just took a little while.
It always does.
Yeah. We can talk about it later if you'd like. Yeah. But for the behavior of it all, there was a person that we conflicted with, we left. But we've always liked the system. We've always liked the people. Even the people like in Ohio, very good communicators, very nice people. We've talked to them about trying to integrate this ship, but because of our vicinity with that ship, they said no. So there's good communication. And because of that relationship and us being part of a different thing, that's another reason why we tiptoe and try not to.
Two ships getting close to each other far away from.
Well, it doesn't seem quite fair, and I agree with that personally. So.
Yeah, it seems to me if you're going to start checking, you ought to be inside check.
Well, it's just about trying to expand, I think, as far as having the most availability, and having two chapters right next to each other I don't think seems quite as efficient.
Well, so.
And I could be wrong. There's other things that have been in play, but that's my basic understanding.
Well, yeah, I don't think we get a sense of it until we went to one of these. Do we have to get invited to these meetings?
No.
It's public?
It's public. Anybody can come. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind attending one to see who these people are.
Yeah, and I think you'd really like the new captain. I like the new captain.
Male or female?
Male. He's great.
Do you have any female captains?
Yes, we do. We actually have, I think, 3 ships in California minimum that are female captains.
The one in Lancaster.
Lancaster is a female captain. She's like an aunt. We're best friends. She's amazing. We have one in, I think it's Ontario, and her name is Julia, and she's in charge of a ship out there. And then we have one a little farther north, I believe. So there are a few women captains. It's awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of good blending, a lot of female officers and everything. So.
Well, so do you want to make the first outing that this group goes on to be our first overlay mission to attend the meeting over the truckers?
That's one of the things I wanted to bring up for discussion.
I don't mind doing that.
I would like to do that. I would really like if everybody from the ship made it to that, but understandably there are other people who are not here who have been invited and have no interest and are only coming because I'm in charge and they know me personally.
Well,
So,
but you still, an away mission to go and see what's going on, that shouldn't make any difference if they want to be part of the group. They should go with the group just to see. I mean, gaining knowledge doesn't harm anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you have to join.
yeah, and I would like to over time have the groups mix, and the captain's open to that. So we have a meeting next week, which I'll be introducing a lot of the other stuff on the agenda to them as well. So we're trying to really mix up groups and do different things.
So what is the meeting that, the second Saturday?
Yeah, so next Saturday, 2:30 at Jenny's.
I'll have to write that down.
Oh, is it what? And Jenny's?
Yep.
Yeah, Jenny's
Oh,
dining.
Jenny's.
Palm.
Jenny's or Jenny's?
Jenny's
Jenny's on
dining.
Palm. Right next to the Green Frog. Jenny's dining.
Never heard of it.
Sushi place, right next to it.
I don't think I've seen it.
But I would love if you guys could come. So that's just an item to think about. You guys, well, let's make an emotion so I can officially add it to the page. I would like to make a motion that the Nathan Hale meeting, which is the ship name, be added to the events roster for the 9th of this month.
Okay, I'll second it.
I think it.
I second.
You don't have a say. Thank you.
He wants to.
Okay, so the motion's carried. We're going to go ahead and add to,
It will be up to the individual person's
yes.
desire to join the membership, though, right?
Yes.
It wouldn't be a group.
No, it's just going to be on the group events page. If people want to come, they're welcome to. So, and the captain there can explain things the way he wishes, so I'm not saying anything for him. We have an event for Dragon Fist Martial Arts. I will let you have a say on anything you want here, since you're part of that. That I'm trying to cross over with both our chapter and the Nathan Hale. And that's for the Lincoln Memorial Shrine in the Redlands. Have you been there? Well, they have the Lincoln Memorial Shrine in the Redlands, and Garner Productions is introducing the most advanced animatronic head since Lincoln presented in Disneyland in a show there, and it's been there for like 5 months already. It's very popular. So I want to try and get all the karate kids, all the karate guys, to go see that, and then I'd also like to see our ship going and doing that as well. It's $5.
Yeah, I have minimal interest in it.
So that's already on the agenda, so I don't really need a second or carry. But just to let you know, I'm interested. It's cool. I like Abraham Lincoln. I'll be there. So anybody else? Yeah.
Animatronics.
I love animatronics. February classic movies. The poll ends tonight on the Facebook page. I don't know if you saw it or not, but it looks like the winner for this month, later this month, we'll have a movie night. It'll probably be on a Monday or Wednesday, I'm thinking. We'll probably end up showing Sleepless in Seattle, and they'll be here. So, yeah. We love you, Dave.
Good thing, huh?
Yeah. So, I still have to add, what movie? I still have to add the movie that is voted highest there. Does anybody have an interest in bowling?
I love bowling.
Okay. Ray?
Yeah.
I love it, and
I
I'm
like
terrible
bowling.
at it. I can throw more gutter balls than you can imagine.
So you're interested as well?
I'd go if you went.
Okay. So I would like to make a motion that we add some sort of bowling event.
Oof.
And what do you guys think? February or March?
Oh, you've got quite a few activities already going on. Let's move it to March.
I'd like to propose a bowling adventure in March.
I second.
No, bowling balls are handy. I had two.
Any against? Nope. All right, it carries. So we'll do that for March. Jane, I think I know your answer, but it was suggested to me that we might be interested in doing a collaborative effort with multiple ships from the CST for a laser tag outing. I know your answer.
Count me out.
What?
Now David might be
loves it,
interested.
but-
You say you won.
Raylene, how would you feel about laser tagging? Personally, I think it'd be a little bit too much work right now, but I'm willing to entertain a motion.
I think it would be a fun to
don't
see
open
if maybe we can try.
That's one.
Well, either you propose it as a motion or you don't.
I'll propose as to go forward. So I
Okay.
second.
So she proposes we move forward with laser tag. We'll discuss as an agenda item in March. I second. Anyone against? Emphatically? The motion carries.
I know when to keep my mouth shut.
If you were the ship's engineer, you could vote. Yeah.
No.
Does anybody have any scheduling suggestions or ideas as far as location, time changes, things like that? The day we're meeting right now, despite the lack of turnout, was voted on by the entire crew. So this is pretty much the best day for everybody.
Sunday afternoon isn't bad. Yeah.
Okay.
But, and I think you need to give us a chance to kind of let things settle in, and we can probably bring some ideas.
Yeah.
Things for the next meeting. Or
Sounds good.
Facebook.
Okay. So we will go nothing on that, because that just falls under the meeting category. We have the security, which was assigned to first officer and then assigned to myself because he's not here today. Discussing crew efficiency, position assignment comments. Is anybody unhappy with their positions? Maylene, Jane?
No.
Everybody's good? Standard meeting procedures. Is everybody happy with kind of how we're progressing? I know it's a long meeting, but we have a lot to discuss.
Yeah, so the only suggestion I have is that you set a time frame. You know, if it's going to be 1 hour, make it 1 hour, and that's your job.
Yes.
Make sure it sticks to
Yep.
that. And always put the amount of time allowed to any item on the agenda, so people know if it's a 5-minute item, it's a 5-minute item. Each person speaks a minute and then they show up.
Yep.
If you don't do it that way, people will get into that back and forth.
Yep.
They say one thing, I say one thing, you say one thing, I say, and they go back and forth, and pretty soon they're saying the same things over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And going,
Yes.
might as well go home and play ping pong.
Yep. We'll get a ping pong table if we have to.
Set some time frames.
Okay.
And make people, as the leader, make people stick to the
Yes.
times.
No problem. Meeting locations. Is here a good meeting location?
Oh, yeah.
On my personal bridge.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're good with that. Tactical. Ship functions, normal operating procedures. This includes the website, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook group. Any comments, questions?
I don't even know most of the things. All I do is just Facebook.
Right? Any comments?
No.
Okay. For fur communications, is Facebook fine? I know you're not great at Facebook, but it works really well for everybody else.
Yeah, I'm not great at it, but I mean, I do get around to answering messages eventually.
Okay.
But I'm terrible at email. I mean, and even worse on the cell phone. So
Okay.
you get hold of me on Facebook, you're doing good.
So we'll stick with what we're doing. Raylene, your job today, and you'll want your phone for this. Raylene, you're supposed to have gathered birthday information and celebration preferences. I did most of the work for you. Have you got his information or her information?
I haven't got anyone's birthday yet.
I'm going to send you as an official assignment tonight
Oh,
to get that done by the end of the month.
okay.
So next meeting, we need to have everybody's basic information.
Okay.
You have my birthday now?
Yeah, hold on.
Because I can remember my birthday.
She didn't remember mine.
I do too, eventually.
Would I get in trouble if I asked for your birthday yet?
And you thought I was bad.
The last time, health issue disclosures, completely optional, but I need you to gather any voluntary information that people want to give in case of a health problem that may arise. And again, for privacy's sake, we won't discuss health issues right now.
Yeah.
But that will be yours and Miss Carpenter's responsibility to know that. So if something happens, you should not be surprised. I may be surprised, but you should not be surprised.
So if no one prefers to celebrate particularly any holidays, they just put like no holidays.
Just leave it blank. Don't include anything you don't have to. Don't waste space. So with that being said, I would like to propose that we adjourn this meeting until next month.
Second.
Anyone against? Really?
No.
Good.